Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Proverbs of Praise. I'm super excited that you are with me here today. If you did not see my first video, specifically talking about binge eating disorder, please go back and look at that. I define it. I talk about my personal story and the ways that I've been, different techniques I've used to kind of heal and be able to work on that. And so in this particular video, we're talking about eating disorders in general. Mine is binge eating disorder. So just speaking about in this time of quarantine, what are some of the things that we can use to be able to work through it. It's a challenging time. It is an unknown time, right? And so specifically during this season where maybe your safe foods, whatever foods you deem as safe for yourself, are not available, or it's just uncertain, it can trigger different disorders or eating disorders to come up. And so one, I just want you to know that you are not alone, that if you're feeling like you're feeling triggered, or you're feeling like the sense of control is completely lost, to know that you're not by yourself, that is a normal feeling. And I'm hoping to kind of shed some light today on some different ways that you can be able to set yourself up for success and feel successful in this area, or have some tools to help you when you are challenged. All right, so let's get straight to it. All right, beautiful people. So again, I struggle with binge eating disorder, and during this time, just a little backstory. So what happened was, I live in New York. I'm originally from California, which is where I'm at right now, and I feel so good. Y'all, my skin is just glowing, baby. Okay. So I literally I was coming home just for a few days to visit, and I've been here for over a month now. And so you can only imagine the things that I brought with me. I packed in an hour. I literally left the same day. I ended up moving my flight up because things were just getting really crazy. And so I left New York before everything got ridiculous. And because of that, I literally packed all my dirty clothes, y'all. I was like, well, mama, let me come and wash my clothes. I'm going to be there for like 3 or 4 days. We Gucci. Not the case. And I bring that up because in this uncertain time, specifically, right, we're talking about a time of quarantine, and not having what you need, not having what you expected. It requires you to be innovative, to try different things, to be open to new things. But it is very unsettling because it's like someone decided for you what was going to happen. And so I just want you to know that you're not by yourself. My hope is to encourage you to form some new patterns and to really help you to move through some of those emotions that often food helps to numb as a means of escape. So I've heard a gamut of different responses from people during this time. They're like, oh, I need to weigh myself every day to make sure that I am not gaining any weight, or let me do intermittent fasting to really manage what I'm eating. And for me, those are both triggers for my eating disorder, because one restricts. So when I feel like I can't eat anything, it makes me want to eat everything, because you're only telling me this is, a very small amount that I'm able to have. And so one, I know that weighing myself every day, your weight fluctuates every day anyway, would not be a healthy thing. And realistically, like, we just don't have access to what you would normally have. You're under stress and pressure, right? This is literally a pandemic. So you're in survival mode. The foods that you normally eat may not be available, which you would normally do to exercise, whether it was trails or gyms are currently closed, trails are closed. So give yourself some grace in knowing that you're trying to survive, okay? So you're doing your best with what you have. And I know for me also, intermittent fasting, I did think like, oh, you know what, I probably should do that. But again, I don't want to restrict myself. I want to make sure that I'm setting myself up for success, but also doing it in a healthy way. And I believe I can do that without having all those parameters around me. If that's what you need, then hey, again, I'm a proponent of that. I love it. And I am not a doctor, but I'm just sharing my personal experiences. I want to share with you some specific solutions that you can use during this quarantine time to feel like you can be successful when moving through or working through different eating disorders. So number one, setting boundaries with social media. Fam, I got off social media. I deactivated my Facebook and my Instagram probably over 2 months ago now, before the COVID and quarantine situation. But I'm so glad that I did. I am so glad that I did, y'all. There would be no way. There'd be no way. Personally, I deactivated it because I was using it as a tool of comparison, which was not productive for anyone and was just wasting my time. So it's been really good to kind of step away from all of that. So I would definitely encourage you to put boundaries around or completely remove yourself if available from social media. Number 2 is creating a self-care checklist. So creating things that you do to just kind of breathe, to bring yourself down, to allow yourself just a season of rest and an opportunity, even if you can steal away 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there, 5 minutes to just, maybe it's painting your nails, maybe it's taking a bubble bath, maybe it's talking to a friend, maybe it's taking a walk around the block. For parents, maybe it's literally giving your child this activity that they know that they can do by themselves, so you can steal a moment away just drinking coffee. Whatever that looks like for you, create a checklist for yourself where you can say, man, I'm not doing good right now. Let me just already have this written out. These are the things that make me feel good. So let me try to do one of them. What could I do in the amount of time that I have? Number 3, if you are working from home, it is creating a routine for yourself, even if you're not, right? Even if you're an essential worker. Thank you so much to our essential workers out there. Creating a routine for yourself. Your routine may look different. It's going to, I'm guarantee you, no matter what it looks like for you, your job or what that situation, create a routine for yourself. So if you wake up doing these things, right, before you go to bed, doing specific things, creating some sense of normalcy for yourself so that you can be able to know what to expect, right? You don't have to guess and try to make all these decisions throughout the day of what you should be doing. For me, that's looked like waking up, doing a devotional, having some journaling time. I talked about in my last video a new journaling app that I'm using. You should definitely check it out. And so doing that, I go on daily walks about 6 p.m. every evening. I take Monday through Friday. I take about a 5-mile walk, and it is great. It's great to just decompress from the day, to breathe, and just to let go, to release. Sometimes I'm talking to friends while I'm walking. Most of the time I'm just, me and God are having a conversation, and I'm talking about all the ridiculousness that's going on in my life. So it's been a great time. It's been a great time. And I would also say that therapy, if, again, I'm such a proponent, I'm gonna press it every time. So teletherapy is an option. And yeah, reading, doing something just for yourself, right? And so I hope some of those tips helped you. If you have questions, if you have specific things you want me to talk about, please let me know. I would love to share my insight. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.